Steve Kim for UCN, and we're here in Carson at The Rock, joined by featherweight prospect Oscar Valdez. Oscar, big moment for you this weekend. You are going back home to Arizona. Your first card in a while that you're actually headlining. Just give me some of your thoughts on that.
Well, it's I'm just excited right now to go back to Arizona, one of my places where I felt like I was adopted, by the crowd. I did most of my amateur fights in Phoenix and Tucson, and just excited for me to go back over there and give another show.
Now, Oscar, you're actually a two-time Olympian for Mexico, but you have dual citizenship. Describe your background in terms of growing up in Arizona and then fighting for the Mexican Olympic team.
Well, I was born in Nogales, Sonora, and then I did my elementary school in Tucson. So after that, I just went back to Mexico, did what I have to do over there. But as I was in Mexico, I would hear a lot of tournaments were in Arizona. Like the amateur fights were mostly in Arizona, so I had to go back over there in Phoenix, to go a lot of Tucson, everywhere, and just do as much amateur fights as I can. So it was a pretty good experience for me doing all that. It helped me a lot on my English, helped me out on knowing a lot of fighters right now as professionals.
When you look back at your heritage, do you consider yourself more Mexican or more American?
Oh, Mexican, of course, yeah, because I did everything in Mexico. My whole family's there. I'm from there, and but I feel like I was adopted from the guys from the crowd from Arizona. Everyone gave me a lot of sports since I was an amateur, and now as I'm a pro, I feel a lot more love from them.
You are now 11-0, Oscar, off to a very good start. Has anything surprised you about being in the professional ranks?
No. I mean, I feel I've done a good job. Ever since I was an amateur, I felt I was meant to be as a professional. It benefits me as my style. But I felt everything's going perfect. I feel I can't take all the credit. I got a great team. I got Frank and Espinosa on my team, and great training like Clemente Medina, now Manny Robles, and we've been just doing a great job in the gym. What makes it better inside the ring as a fight.
Many of your fights, this one you're actually one of the co-headliners. Many of the fights, you've been on big cards in Dallas and Las Vegas. Observing the scene about what some of these blue chip guys were on the marquee, the main eventers, has it been a learning experience observing them? Oh yeah,
it has. I get to see a lot of great fighters. Like I said, most of my cards, I've been in great cards and great fighters. So I get to learn a little bit more. Every time I see a fighter, I try to learn a little bit more from his style. I try to learn from his attitude inside the ring and outside the ring. But it helps me out a lot. I don't really get nervous when there's a lot of crowd like some boxers do. They get nervous when they see a lot of crowd and people start, and it's gonna help me out a lot because when they go see Chavez Jr. or Juan Manuel Marquez, there's a big crowd right there, and I'm the first fighters to go in the ring. So I started learning a lot from these great fighters.
When you go back to Arizona, it's going to be your first fight in a long time there. You observed what happened with Terrence Crawford in Omaha. Do you ever see yourself one day drawing that well in the state of Arizona?
Yeah, hopefully that will be a big compliment. Bringing a big crowd like that to my hometown, Nogales or in Arizona. But anything's possible. And Arizona is a really big fan base of boxing. Everyone loves boxing over there. So I do see one day bringing a lot of crowd over there.
What do you expect from your career? Let's say, looking at the short term, right now you're 11-0. You and Felix Verdejo seem to be the centerpiece of what Top Rank is building for the future. Have you thought about where your career is going to be in, let's say, 6 months, and then you jump ahead to 2 years?
No, I always try to visualize myself as a world champion. That's my dream right now. So I never get off my dream. I always say I want to be a world champion, but I know it takes time. So I don't know if it's going to be in 6 months, in 2 years, or whatever time it is, but that's just my dream. That's my goal right now, and that's why I train here every day. I take fight by fight. I train every fight like if it was going to be the world championship, and I just give my best all the time. My dream is to be a world champion, and that's what I visualize myself.
Well, Oscar, as you make your homecoming here this week, I know it's a great opportunity. Do you feel any pressure, though, going back to a bunch of familiar faces, and the fact that the audience, for the most part, is now here to see you specifically?
Well, it's not pressure at all. On the contrary, I get more excited. I get anxious going back over there, and give the crowd what they want, a good fight. You know, it's only 3 hours away from my hometown in Valdez, so I know a lot of my people are gonna be, a lot of my family told me they're gonna be there, and a lot of my friends. So I'm excited. I'm not pressured. I'm not even nervous. I just know I did a great job in the gym, so it should be a good fight.
All right, Oscar, thank you very much. This is Steve Kim for UCN.